Hello everyone, I'm Vaishnavi from class 7th and today we are going to do the elements and compounds that we were doing in the previous class. But now there would be something else which would be called something as mixtures, and what is the difference between the mixtures and compounds. So let's see the PPT and understand it what is in this chapter now. So as in the previous classes, you have learned that what is matter made of, and several things such as atoms, molecules, compounds, elements, etc. Also, we have discussed that why do elements form compounds? And yes, we have also got the answer for it. So, the previous answer we will learn with this PPT, that why do elements form compounds? So, the elements form compounds, this question we have already completed. So, let's go on this slide. Over here, I have taken only one picture and I have zoomed in. Now, you might be thinking that what is like more spacious in this picture? Like nothing is telling this picture. So let's see that what is this picture telling to us. First, we can see, first I'm just drawing that what colors are used for what things. So I'm using blue color for the elements. Okay. I'm writing elements. Sorry, wait a minute. So, yes, if we discuss that what are elements, we have discussed that what are elements. I will use red color for atoms and also I will use green color for molecules. You can see green color for just a minute. Yes, I will use a green color for the molecules and also I will use a purple color for the compounds. Now, as you have seen these colors, what these colors are telling. This blue color is telling about the elements. That element is the biggest part which is made by the atoms. So let's first discuss the smallest thing, or which is said to be the smallest particle of a compound. Yes, smallest particle of an element or a molecule. And an element or a molecule is the smallest part of a compound, or we can say two elements or two molecules or two or more than elements or molecules form together to form a compound. And many types of atoms, two or more atoms, come together to form a elements and molecules. Now hope that is clear to you. Let's take a look at atoms first. So in the previous classes, we have discussed that atom is the smallest particle of an element as well as of a molecule. Yes, and why this bigger molecule is given? This bigger molecule is given because it comes in compounds also, it comes in elements also. Means molecules are also the smallest unit of these things. Yes, so we can say the molecules are the smallest unit of compounds, and molecules are also the small unit, or the elements are formed with molecules also. Okay, hope that is also clear to you. Now let us take a look on something else, that what are the elements. Over here, elements are on the bigger circle than the compounds, we can see, but it is actually not bigger because they elements and molecules come together to form a compound. That is why it is given bigger. Okay, and if we take a closer look over here, compound is only formed with molecules and elements. Elements is not there because it is joining with the molecules. Hope that is also clear to you. And only this picture is telling us that what are elements, what are atoms, what are molecules, and what are compounds. So you can use this picture. You can take a screenshot. Let me click the screen. You can take the screenshot of the elements, molecules, compounds, and atoms, and this picture may help you as an, we can say, a mimicry, or not mimicry, actually it can help you as an emoji, we can say, and it can help you to learn the things pretty fastly, that what are elements, what are atoms, and what are molecules, compounds. Now, hope this topic is clear to you. Yes, because topic clearness is the most better thing. Let's go to the next slide. Over here, we are going to discuss that what are, or we can say what is a mixture and what is a mixture, or we can say combination. What is combination? Okay. So first we will discuss by this picture. Over here, I have just placed one picture and hope you can also see it. Like over here, the mixtures topic is given. Yes, it's very common. And then over here, some bundle of candies are there, and there are some separated candies given also. So what do you understand by this picture is that when we have the separated elements, they are not a mixture. Or we can say when we have separated elements or compounds, when they are not actually chemically reacted with each other, they do not form a mixture. When they form a mixture, they form a mixture when two or more elements or compounds bring or we can say are brought together, and they first they actually do not react chemically, and their elements and also the compounds can react with each other, but they can react only if the circumstances of those areas are like suitable for those elements and compounds. What I'm trying to say is that in this mixture, how is mixture formed? For example, you take a glass of water, okay, and then you fill water in it. Let me take a glass of water now, a rectangle. See, I have taken a rectangle glass of water. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is that I'm going to fill this with half a cup of water. And then what I'm going to do is to add a bit of salt. Now I'm showing the salt purple color, creative minds. Yes, I'm putting the salt into this water. What will happen to this water? This water will be now a salty water. Yes, because salt is added into it. Now we can say that it is the mixture. We can say it is a soluble mixture of salt and water. Now in the previous classes, like in class 5 and 6, you might have heard a soluble and insoluble mixtures. Wait a minute, just I write with different pens so that it would look great. Yes. So if I say that in the previous classes you have learned that soluble and insoluble things. Insoluble were that they do not mix with water. Yes. And in the soluble things, they were that they completely mix with water. So what was happening with them? When anything is mixed to the water, it is known as like solute. Something is solute. Something is solution. Hope you have heard these things in your classes. Yes. And over that concept only, we have this mixture. For example, if we take some two objects, such as two red candies and two yellow candies, we put them together and close our eyes. Would we be able to understand that which color is like red, which color is yellow? No. In the same way, when a mixture is mixed, only mixed together, we cannot see it. And when we actually mix salt into the water, we cannot see it because it's a soluble. And if we mix sand into water, will it be mixed? And will its color be changed from, we can say, transparent to muddy color? Yes, it would be changed. And the sand would settle down actually because it's an insoluble mixture. In the same way, when mixtures are just mixed together, we can say when mixture has just put it together with each other, they are only and only called the mixture. Then no molecules are formed. When the molecules are formed, they form compounds or other things such as compounds. They sometimes also form the elements when two atoms are mixed. Yes. So the concept that I want to tell you is that when we have the soluble mixture, when we have any type of mixture with us, for example, if we take the two rocks, one of pink color and one if I take of red color. If you put together and see with your open eyes, if you see with your open eyes, then what will happen? The thing that will happen is that you can see a pink rock, we can see a red rock. Now replace. Now tell your friend, your parents, or any other relatives to replace the rocks with each other in the form that you cannot memorize that there is which rock. Okay. And then close your eyes and then see that which color is which rock. Can you see the mixtures? No. In the same way, when two elements or compounds are mixed together, we can see it with a naked eye. But when the circumstances are very equal and the conditions are favorable to those elements or compounds, they mix together with each other completely and we cannot see with our naked eye, or when we can say that it is formed a compound. Okay. For example, if I give you some examples of something else. Now, let us not take some these types of things. Let's take the chemical reactions. Now. If I take iron, hope you have listened the word iron. Its symbol is Fe. Okay, we will learn the symbols also. Its symbol is Fe, and then iron and sulfur. Sulfur, hope you have listened it too. Okay. Sulfur is like this, we can say. So, iron's symbol is Fe, sulfur symbol is. So, when we mix them both of them together, so what would happen? Sorry, I didn't tell the sulfurs. Yeah. The sulfur's symbol is S. Okay. And so when we mix them together, what will happen? They will just mix together. Actually, we can say if we take a china dish, or you can take any type of bowl and then mix some iron, or you can take some iron into a bowl. Let me show you over here. It's a china dish, or you can say a china bowl, and then I have added iron into it. Iron is the red particle, we can say, and the and I've also added some sulfur over here. Sulfur is yellow. Okay, what will happen? You can see the red particles also, you can see the yellow particles also. But when we will heat it, let's heat, let's make some, we can say, hot lava, I think. Yes, now put this china dish onto that heat, and then in this, we know that there are some red particles, small particles, and we also know that there are some yellow particles. But when these will heat, we will not cover it, do not cover it. We will see that when it will heat, they will form into a black liquid. Let me make the china dish again. When we will heat it, the color of this mixture would become black. I'm not showing that how the primary colors and the secondary colors form together. I'm not showing that. I'm showing a chemical reaction. So they become a black color. So what has happened over here is when the circumstances, the suitable, we can say circumstances, the favorable conditions are there with those elements and elements or compounds, they form together to form a compound. And when the things are not favorable, they just form a mixture. Means they just mix together only. They do not form a element or a compound. Now, if you don't understand in this part, let's read this paragraph. When two or more molecules or even compounds are mixed together, there are no chemical change between them. There is no chemical change between them. This is the main point. Okay, and we get a mixture. We only get a mixture of the elements and compounds. They do not form any types of molecules. Hope that is clear. One more thing. When two or more elements or compounds are brought together, they do not always react chemically. Firstly, not all elements or compounds can react with each other. Yes. And secondly, even if they can react with each other, they will do not until conditions are favorable. As I told you, the iron sulfur, Fe, and sulfur. Yes, I told you these are separated now. Okay, so I told you these things. So what was there? They were in the favor. They were not in the favorable conditions when they were just mixed. But when they got their favorable conditions, when they were heated, they formed a compound. And yes, for example, if we take some compounds, may have to be heated together to make them react. Others may have to be dissolved in water before they can react. Yes, so that is only what I wanted to tell you in mixtures. Let's see this picture also, that what is this picture telling to us. Over here we can see a chemical combination of two constituents. We can take these two constituents as two hydrogen. We can see two hydrogen and one oxygen. They are formed as H2O over here. Okay, I cannot write, it's too small. Just 1 minute. Okay, so if I take H2O, so over here H2O is formed by two H, we can say two hydrogen and one oxygen. One I am writing like this. Okay, one oxygen and two hydrogen. What is it? It is a compound. Yes, and in the same way, if we just mix them together, because they won't actually they actually react without any type of circumstances. They want actually circumstances, but over here if we want to make a physical combination of these constituents, that only will called as mixture. If you don't understand in this color, let's take a brown color. So a physical combination of constituents is a mixture, and a chemical combination of constituents is compound. If it is asked in exam that what is a compound, you can say the chemical combination of its constituents is for is called a compound. And if it is asked that what is a mixture, when it is asked in the differentiate, okay, then you can write it. And compounds, in the previous slides I have told you many times. Yes, so if we talk about mixture, physical combination of its constituents is called a mixture. Hope that is clear to you all. Now we have done that what is a mixture. We have to do that what is the difference between these two things, that what is the difference between a compound and a mixture. If we talk about mixtures, elements or compounds just mix together to form a new compound. Yes, and if we talk about compounds, elements react to form a new compounds. To actually form this, in short, we can say physical physical combination of the elements or compounds is known as mixture. And over here chemical, when the react word comes, so react means chemical reaction is taking place over here. Okay, so you can take as when react coming means compound is there, compound is forming at that point of time. And when the mixture second part, let's read that also. A mixture has a variable composition, and the composition of each new substance is always fixed in the compounds. Over here, it is trying to tell us that a mixture has only and only can be made mixing together by two or more elements in the same ratio that they have. In the compounds, sorry, I've told some opposite. I wanted to tell that the mixture can be made by mixing two or more elements in any ratio. Over here, invariable composition means any ratio. Any ratio, the mixtures can be there. Okay, so if the ratio would be any ratio, so then it is only the, we can say, a mixture. And in the compounds it is always fixed in a fixed ratio. Okay, I'm not writing the fixed word, I'm writing ratio. Okay, there's only a fixed ratio in compounds and a any ratio in the other, which is mixture. Now let me write over here in the text. Yes, so in the mixtures, first we have learned that they just mix together, no new molecules are formed. Okay, no new molecules are formed. And in compounds we have uh, read that molecules are formed. Okay, second thing, in the mixtures we have learned that a variable, or we can say a mixture has a variable that is in any ratio. So any ratio means it is a mixture. Okay, mixture. Yes, it's a mixture, and if in fixed ratio, then it is a compound. Hope it is easy to learn in this topic. Yes, so if no new molecules are formed, then it is a mixture. And if molecules are formed, then it's a compound. Let's see the next point, which is about mixture shows the properties of the constituent substances. A minute, 1 minute, everyone. Oh, it's okay. Let's do the drawing only. So, a mixture shows the properties of the constituent substances. Yes. So, constituent substances means they just show these constituent substances. They don't actually mix together to form a compound. Yes. And in the compounds, the new substance has totally different properties. So, in this sentence, we can understand more than this sentence. Yes, so what we can understand is that a mixture shows the property of constituent substance. Means when they are only mixed together, they have different properties. Okay, means not different, but they have the when they were before like that only, they have the same properties like that. But when they are formed the compounds, their substances, their properties are totally changed. The substance properties are totally changed. For example, if we take Na is sodium and it is a poison. And we can take Cl, which is also a poison, chlorine. Okay, sodium and chlorine, they come together, they form together a compound, and they form sodium chloride. Yes, what they form is NaCl, and it is actually not at all poisonous. Oops. NaCl is not at all poisonous, and so they have different properties when they are not mixed, or when they are not forming a compound. But when they form a compound, they have a totally different experience from what they were before. Okay, hope you have understood with this NaCl example. Let's go to the fourth point now. In the fourth point, something important is written. The constituents can be separated fairly easily by physical methods. Now, the constituents means the elements can be physically, or we can say any type, they can be separated any type. For example, if we took a china dish, like before we took a china dish, in that we only added some sulfur and some iron. They were a mixture. Okay, when they were not heated, I'm talking about that time. So when they were actually just put it together, when they were put together, if we put an iron over it, sorry, not iron, actually they were iron sulfur already. If we put a magnet over here, so what will happen? The iron and sulfur would be separated by a magnet. Yes, but when we will heat this mixture, and this mixture will become a black mixture, it will not come to the magnet because it is now a compound, which is iron sulfide. But this is a mixture. The sulfur molecules will come over here. Okay, and that is why, how much difference does a mixture and compound have between each other? Let's take the example on the compound side. The constituents can be separated only by chemical or electrochemical reactions. Now, hope you have listened by me that H2O can be only separated. It is a compound, I'm telling you again. It is a compound. It can be only separated by electrolysis, which is an electrochemical reaction. Yes, so it can be separated by electrolysis, and also H2O can be separated by electrochemical reaction, but some constituents, some compounds can be separated by chemical reactions also. Okay, hope that is clear to you, and you hope have learned that what is the difference between a compound and a mixture. It is pretty easy, and you can take a screenshot of this table. This can come in the exam and it could be asked in your exam. And also we are like close to finish this chapter, because in the next video we are going to learn the symbols. Let me show you the next slide first. So if we will just continue from here, so I don't have the further slides, but in the next session, think what are the symbols and trying to find the answer of this question. I have given you a hint over here also, that a sign, a object, etc., which represents something. In Hindi also I have written that किसी चिन्ह का, वस्तु का, आदि का प्रतीक, कुछ something that represents something. Okay. Okay. Now, hope this topic is also clear to you. Symbols, you have to try to find the answer. And in the next class, means in the next session, after the session that will come, only today I will upload the video of both these symbols. We will learn symbols in the next class. We will learn the formulas. What are formulas? We will learn what is the information does a formula give. Okay. And then after that video, I'm also going to tell you in today's video only. After that video, we will learn balancing, writing a formula, and then we will do some chemical equation and balancing some equation. So only two more videos are left for this chapter, and I'm very happy that we will complete this chapter soon as possible. Okay, and after that chapter, we will actually start a new chapter, not from science, from any other subject, as we are doing science from many days. Hope you have bored now, but it's okay. It's fun to learn with you all. So, till then, I'll take a bye bye from you all, and also stay home and stay safe with your family. Thank you.